Hi, guys. We are going to read chapters 17 and 18 of Playing Atari with Saddam Hussein. We kind of ended on a pretty dark and creepy note on the last chapter where Ali was forced to watch men in the street being killed, and the police officer made him watch that. And that is obviously something that no one wants to see. And Ali was very shook up about that. Sorry. So we are now on to chapter 17. I am gasping and spitting when I hear a girl's voice. Are you sick? Do you need help? My name is Shara. I turned around and wiped my mouth on my sleeve. She is about Shireen's age, but with blonde hair tied in a ponytail. She is barefoot. I'm all right, I tell her. Shira, you know what Mama says. Don't talk to strangers, an older girl yells, running up to us. His tummy is upset, the little girl says. Are we supposed to just let him throw up on our street? She is feisty, like Shireen. I say, I used a can, not on the street. I stutter, because I am talking to a girl. In my country, girls are a foreign species. Can you tell me how to get to the new high school? I ask, glancing at the older girl. She has long blonde hair like her sister, but she wears it loose down her back. There's no school anymore, the little girl, Shara, says. It was supposed to be my week to be teacher's helper. I waited forever to be a helper. I know, I tell her. I live near there. I'm trying to get home. It's not hard, says the older girl. She points and then gives me directions. Thank you, I say. Thank you for your kindness. What's that in your hand? Says Shara. What? I look down. I didn't realize. I'm still clutching the piece of steel. It's a treasure, I tell the little girl. Here, you can have it. It's pretty, Shara says, taking it from my hand. Look, Aisha, it's a bed for my doll. You don't have to. Aisha frowns a little, then relents. All right, Shara. But where are your manners? Tell the boy thank you. Thank you, boy, says Shara, and she skips off. It's Ali, I say, more to Aisha than to Shara, who is already too far away to hear. Then I turn and run, following Aisha's directions until I make it in my neighborhood. Pitfall Harry survives. I'm going to kill you, my brother Shirzad's voice carries down our street. Where were you? You were supposed to walk straight home. I don't say a word. I am too out of breath. Ali, you stupid... I covered for you with Mama. I told everyone you were with Mustafa. Sorry, I pant. I need water. I head through the entry gate, Shirzad right behind me. That's it? My brother demands. Do you have any idea what it would have been like if anyone knew you went missing out there? Doesn't Mama have enough to worry about? A rush of memories flood my brain. The professor, the boys coming after me, the policeman and the 8 men. I said I'm sorry, I yell. Now lay off. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Okay? Shirzad is quiet. Okay? I repeat. Baba and his unit are missing, Shirzad says softly. What? I say. Not officially, Shirzad amends. Mama's cousin Gilad is here. I overheard them talking in the kitchen when I was looking for you. Gilad is wounded and he just came back from the oil fields. He saw Baba's medical unit on his way in. On his way back, he went to the unit to get treatment, and they were gone. The area had been scorched. So what? I countered. They probably picked up and left. There were bodies, Shirzad says, so softly I can barely hear him. Boys! I jump. Mama opens the front door and sees us talking in the yard. Boys, where are the rations? She says. You did get them, yes? Yes, Mama, says Shirzad. They are over there under the tree in the shade. Well, bring them in, Mama says. It's almost time for dinner. Cousin Gilad is here. She shuts the door. Chapter 18. I wasn't playing around, I protest. I got lost. That's even more stupid, Shirzad growls at me. You can't even remember the way after how many times? I'm about to explain that a small mistake has turned into a horrifying one when the front door opens. It's my cousin Gilad. Shirzad, Ali, hello! Gilad smiles. I don't say anything at first. Gilad doesn't look the way I remember him. First, he's in a soldier's uniform. Second, he's thin, almost gaunt, and he has a shaved head. Worse, there are stitches in places on his head. One ear looks like a chunk is missing, and one eye is covered with a white bandage. Hi, my brother and I say. The three of us go into the house and make our way to the kitchen. Finally, Mama says, let me see what we've got here. It will be a special treat for our special guest. I'm not a guest, Amma, says Gilad. I'm family. Shireen races into the kitchen and comes to an abrupt stop. Do you remember me? Gilad says to her gently. I'm your cousin Gilad. Shireen puts her finger in her mouth and shakes her head. Last time I saw you, we were at Grandma and Grandpa's and you were much smaller, my cousin tells her. And I had back then. Wait, I know. He bends down and says, Camelback ride. Shireen takes her finger out of her mouth. Cousin Camel Hump, she shouts and jumps on his back, wrapping her arms around his neck. You do remember, Gilad says, because my name, Gilad, means camel's hump. My name means sweet, Shireen says. Now take me to the playroom, slave camel. She strikes him with an imaginary whip. Gilad, maybe this is too much for you, Mama says. You should be resting. Do not worry, Emma. Gilad smiles. Laughter is the best medicine. Gilad marches off with Shireen, shouting directions. Go on, boys, Mama says. So Shirzad and I follow our cousin downstairs. Did you know, Gilad is saying, that I used to carry Ali and Shirzad the same way when they were small? Ali is still small, Shireen says. Some of my friends are almost as tall as him. Shirzad snorts. I feel my face turn red. I'm sure he'll grow to be really tall, Gilad says. All right, mistress, the ride stops here. Gilad eases her arms off his neck and lets her slide down his back. Look out for my hump, he says. I remember that. My cousin always said the same thing after giving us a ride. Shireen runs ahead and climbs back up the stairs. Gilad, I notice, walks slowly, holding onto the railing. Shirzad and I exchange a look before following him. Ahmed is in the playroom, lying on the floor, surrounded by action figures. Don't mess with my setup, Ahmed tells Shireen. My sister knows just the thing to say to annoy Ahmed. I wouldn't touch your dolls, she says, wrinkling her nose. They're not dolls, Ahmed yells. They're action figures. Oh, his voice trails off when he sees Gilad. Cousin Camel Hump, Ahmed's eyes go wide. Cool. Gilad sits down on the floor, careful not to touch Ahmed's action figures. While everyone stays to talk, I slip out of my room. I go to my bedroom and lie down on my bed. I miss my bed. I am sick of sleeping in the safe room. I close my eyes. My mind is spinning. Visions of the day haunt me. Being called a dirty curd, the policeman, the shootings, the men dropping to the ground, the girls helping me, and Shirzad bossing me around. Feeling small and powerless. I'm too tired to cry. I open my eyes and they land on my favorite thing. My comic book collection. There they are, neatly lined up in a box. I think about my favorite, an early Superman in which Clark Kent gets bullied and teased by his coworkers. And then he transforms into Superman and saves the city. I shut my eyes. I'm inside the Superman video game. A bridge is out, one that connects the city to the rest of the civilized world. I'm in a Superman outfit, and I'm flying over the city to the bridge. It is Lex Luthor, my nemesis, who has destroyed the bridge, but somehow his face is that of Saddam Hussein. I fly around, capturing Saddam's minions and avoiding the kryptonite Saddam has released. I succeed! I capture Saddam Hussein and put him in prison. I race into the nearest phone booth and turn back into Clark Kent. Then I go back to my job at the Daily Planet, where Lois Lane is waiting for me. But Lois's face is that of the girl I just met on the street, the older sister. To win the game, Clark Kent must kiss Lois Lane. I can't do it. I'm too scared and shy. Game over. Ali, wake up! Shireen shakes my arm. Time to eat. I roll off the bed and stumble to the bathroom. I pee in the jar that stands in for a toilet during war. I leave it there for now and go downstairs. And that is the end of those 2 chapters. I feel really bad for Ali for having to go through all of that, but I want him to tell someone. He should tell Shirzad. He should tell his mom, don't you think? Oh, I don't know. All right. Stay tuned tomorrow for the next 2 chapters. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, guys.